Beijing floods, death toll climbs to 77. At least 77 people were killed by heavy rain in Beijing. At the weekend, more than double the number previously said to have died, Xinhua news agency says. Authorities in the Chinese capital said 66 of the 77 bodies were found so far had been identified. Most had drowned. The official death toll had stood at 37 since Sunday, but many angry Beijing residents said it was underestimated. The rainfall was the heaviest in Beijing in 60 years, bringing chaos to transport systems and power supplies. Major roads were flooded and more than 500 flights cancelled, with thousands of people stranded at the city's main airport. More than 65,000 people had to be evacuated. The authorities have been criticized for being slow to acknowledge the human cost of the floods. On Wednesday, the mayor of Beijing resigned. Officials said the move was not related to the flooding and that he was taking up more senior role. Pakistan bomb, 7 killed in Bajaur market. A bomb has killed at least 7 people in the northwestern Pakistan tribal region of Bajaur, reports say. The explosion tore through a busy market in Xilai area, leaving more than 20 others injured. It's not clear who carried out the attack. Bajaur borders the Afghanistan province of Kunar, where the Taliban have strongholds. Correspondents say the militias have often attacked anti-Taliban tribal militias in the Xilai area. The army has repeatedly declared the area to be secure, only for the militants to prove them wrong. Islamabad says the Taliban find sanctuary on the Afghan side of the border and launched attacks against targets in the Pakistani tribal regions of Dir Bajaur and Mohmand. Kabul and NATO accused Pakistan of not doing enough to stop militants launching attacks from Pakistani territory against targets inside Afghanistan. Violence torn Assam state remains tense. The situation in India's violence-torn Assam state continues to be tense, with the death toll in fighting there rising to 40, reporters say. More than 170,000 people have fled their homes after fighting between indigenous Bodo tribes and Muslim settlers in Kokrajhar and Chirang. Security forces have given shoot on-site orders and a curfew has been imposed in troubled areas. Rioters have continued sporadic attacks, setting homes on fire. There has been tension between indigenous groups and Muslim Bengali migrants in Assam for many years. Railway guards, the federal government has asked the Assam government to arrest the ringleaders of the violence and has deployed 2,000 security forces to guard the railway tracks linking the state with the rest of the country. Railway links were disrupted after local people threw stones at an express train traveling through the area, damaging 4 coaches. Though many roads in affected districts remain closed, train services resumed on Wednesday under heavy security, railway officials told the Associated Press news agency. Police say that the clashes began when unidentified men killed 4 youths on Friday night in Kokrajhar, an area dominated by the Bodo tribe. They say the armed Bodos attacked Muslims in retaliation, suspecting they were behind the killings. Soon afterwards, unidentified groups set houses, schools and vehicles ablaze, Police said firing indiscriminately from automatic weapons in populated areas.
Yes, just now I had spoken to the Assam Police Chief, Mr. J.N. Chaudhary. He has confirmed that 18 people belonging to both the clashing groups have actually died. Their bodies have been recovered, and about 8 to 10 people are reported missing as of now. The police is on the job to locate these people, and we are yet don't know whether they have been actually abducted, whether they have actually met a different fate. But the clashes are actually escalating. Earlier it was concentrated in the western district of Kokrajhar, where these two communities have been clashing, but now it has spread to two other districts, the adjoining district of Chirang and the district of Dhubri. And the epicenter of these clashes, of course, have been Kokrajhar, and it has now spread to Chirang and the district of Dhubri.
We'll move on to the business world. Alcatel loosened to slash 5,000 jobs after reporting loss. Telecoms equipment market Alcatel-Lucent has said it plans to slash 5,000 jobs in order to save costs as reported a net loss in the second quarter. Cutting 6.4% of the workforce would allow the group to save 750 million euros, the firm said. The French-US group posted a loss between April and June of 254 million euros against 43 million euro profit a year ago. Revenue fell 7.1% to 3.5 billion euros. Shares in Alcatel-Lucent closed down 5.94%. Firm actions, it's clear from the deteriorating macro environment and the competitive pricing environment in certain regions, that we must embark on a more aggressive transformation, said Alcatel's chief executive Ben Verwaayen.
Greater than necessary. In addition, moving large volumes of air adds to the heat load. Massive air movers create their own heat as a byproduct of their operation, adding to the very problem they're trying to solve. Using the room air as a heat transfer medium is also very inefficient and allows substantial mixing of hot and cold air. The Alcatel-Lucent solution prevents hot exhaust air interaction with the ambient environment.
Welcome to the world of science. Crystal backpacks help old termites go out with a bang. A species of termite has been found to inflict more damage on its enemies as it ages. When defending their colony, some termites explode, releasing chemicals that injure intruders. A previously unknown crystal structure has been discovered that raises the toxicity of their chemical weapons. As worker termites grow older, they become less able to perform their duties. Yet this newly discovered structure allows aging workers to better defend their colony. The research was published today in Science. When faced with threat, many termite species employ a type of altruistic suicide known as autothysis in order to deter attackers.
One death, and the battle is joined. The ants stream forward, attacking with no mercy. Using their mandibles, the termites attempt a defense. It's no use.
And in sports, London 2012, Japan shocked Spain with Yuki Otsu's Hampden winner. Japan pulled off the first shock of the Olympic football competition by beating 10-man Spain 1-0 at Hampden Park. Spain were second favorites for gold, having won the last three major tournaments as well as last year's European Under-21 Championship. But Yuki Otsu's 34th minute strike was enough for Japan's first win over Spain at any level after Inigo Martinez was sent off in the 41st minute. Earlier in Glasgow, Honduras drew 2-2 with Morocco in other Group D game. Spain now go into Sunday's match with Honduras, bottom of the group, despite starting with Euro 2012 winners Jordi Alba, Javi Martinez and Chelsea midfielder Juan Mata. And now, before we close today's bulletin of news analysis, let's have a recap of the main points. Xilai scandal, Gu Kailai charged with Heywood murder. Syria conflict, troops mass before Aleppo battle. Mandela plot, South African convicted of treason. Beijing floods, death toll climbs to 77. Pakistan bombs, 7 killed in Bajaur market. Violence on Assam state remains tense. And there we end today's bulletin of news analysis. Be with us in the coming weeks too. Thank you.